Aloha. So this video is going to be a quick one. I wanted to re-record the video on how to handle an AI hallucination. So a lot of the systems we deploy, there's not going to be an AI that could potentially be hallucinating. A lot of the chat bots that we build have guardrails on them, but more so when you're using your own LLM, so Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT, or whatever ones you're using, if it's hallucinating, what you can do. So can you pull up? Is if you have some sort of application that helps you with storage. I guess this can be shown out into the world, but yeah, I use Notion. I know some people use Obsidian. I don't like Obsidian because just too much exploitations, and yeah, I don't use applications that have all sorts of vulnerabilities or have been exploited, especially remote control execution. We don't use anything with an RCE. But Notion is really good for your backup. You'll see these guys, oh man, I made a second brain. This is a second brain right here. There's all kinds of corny stuff on the internet, but for the most part, Notion can store a lot of your business's information for you, so you have an area to pull it out of every time. So the core principle is that working infrastructure is the source of truth if the AI is hallucinating. So you have to remember, if you're working on a project with the AI, that you should know your project inside and out, even if the AI didn't exist. Because if you don't, and the AI is hallucinating and you can't tell the difference, you can think of a hallucination as a malfunction in a sense. If it's doing that and you don't know the difference, you can really mess up your work. So defense one, stop the chat immediately when hallucination shows up. I consider a session compromised at that point, so you want to exit and open a fresh chat. Some of the warning signs will be AI directing you to delete working configs without proof. It's going to start to double down when you push back against it. A lot of its instructions stop matching the instructions that previously corresponded with whatever it was that you were working on. And then you're probably going to have your gut saying, oh, this isn't right. So that's the main thing. Stop working with that chat. Start a new chat. Defense 2 is the working infrastructure is a source of truth. So before you start just nuking stuff, you want to make sure that whatever the current state is, that it's actually broken. You want to understand why it's broken. You always want to have a rollback plan too, because if you delete something, how can you roll it back to make sure that maybe your deletion was an error? And then defense 3, cross-verify with a fresh session before any destructive action. So we don't want to get rid of that chat just because it could be hallucinating. Do not delete it. Do not delete it. We want to just cross-verify. And this is where you can also bring other AIs into your systems. So, I don't just use Claude, but you can have other AIs come in and support and cross-verify data. And then defense 4 is your operator instincts is going to be, they should outweigh the AI confidence. So your gut signal is the most valuable instrument you got on you. AI is calibrated for fluency, not accuracy. So when your gut is telling you this is not right, just don't do it. And I've been in situations, it says in the SOP about a story that has happened. Like, I've already been looped by an AI. It'll loop you. And if you don't know that it's hallucinating or whatever it's doing, man, by the time you finally know, it could be hours later and you could have wasted your time. But this is more a video for people who deal heavily with it, especially like computer programmers like myself, or just people who deal with tech. And if you are using your AI in your business and you use it heavily, and you've probably already seen this. So just these are simple ways to deal with a hallucination and the workarounds to it. But thank you again for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. Definitely visit ManaNuiAutomations.com if you got any questions, and please like and subscribe to the video. But other than that, I hope you folks have a wonderful day, and mahalo again for watching.